Good afternoon. I will be brief as well. I'm Justice Angela Bisig. Now that I'm on an appellate court, I'm not in my courtroom where I get to see as many of you regularly. So I appreciate being here on Law Day. Mr. Lewis said headliner. I love stand-up comedy. And when he says headliner, that makes me feel obligated to be funny. And I'm not necessarily funny, but I am extremely honored to be here today with all of you talking about the rule of law. Because without the rule of law, all the other things that we care about, whether you care about the environment, animal rights, women's rights, none of it can be talked about if we don't have a basic system of government that ensures all men and women are created and treated equally by the eyes of the law. I really appreciated all of the speakers' comments that were up here before me. And when I saw Mr. Soletto come down and Commonwealth Attorney Weathers and Judge Brian Edwards, I realized that the rule of law is kind of the hub of our justice system. And everybody out here in this park today are spokes of that rule of law. And I'm happy you're here to be reminded that I'm on the Supreme Court doing my best to throw on my cape and defend the rule of law. And all of the speakers that you've seen in their various departments and ways are donning their capes and trying to defend the rule of law. And I think it's good for all of us to gather together to honor that and for us to be reminded. But I want to deputize you all to make sure when you're out in your circles of the world that you are also reminding our community of the importance of that rule of law to the democracy that we've all enjoyed for so long. I want to especially thank Amy Hilliard, who's sitting over here videoing, who is our law librarian and is the kind of leader that quietly is always there, making sure that our legal community is supported. We have new access to justice terminals over in her library, and I think she was the most excited to be in on that project to help pro se people have access to our courts. I want to thank Todd Lewis. I don't know how many years, Todd, you've worked on organizing this community reminder of the importance of our justice institution. We are the quiet branch of government. We are more quiet than the executive branch, who gets out and campaigns on values and ideas. We are more quiet than the legislative branch, who enact our laws, because we are the individuals who are in the trench with people and their cases, criminal or civil, every day, applying that law with integrity, with due process, and with the rule of law in mind. Today's theme of the American dream and the rule of law means so much to so many people. And I think one of the key factors is that the American dream looks different for all of us. What is my dream life here in my country may differ from yours. And the rule of law is what enables us to have a safe place for all of us to pursue our American dream. The Roman philosopher Cicero said these wise words: "We are all bound by the law." That doesn't sound very free, does it? We're all bound by the law so that we all may be free. And the kinds of legal decisions, I know Mr. Lewis talked about a time the Supreme Court cited the rule of law in a decision. The kinds of decisions that we make as judges are always walking that tightrope, that fine line between protecting citizens' freedom of speech, for example, under our First Amendment, but then also protecting the rights of citizens to peaceably gather and speak about what they believe. So in an instance where You have